Welcome to the Dark Moon Radio. This is Kate Sylvanus, your hostess, and I'm going to entertain you for the next 30 minutes. So, sit back in your seats and chill out. This is a morning radio show that I'm just starting to put together. There's a little rough around the edges. I will start to sharpen things up quite a lot. So sit back and relax and listen to my show. I am going to get sorted, and next week I will start on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, and we'll have the morning breakfast show on the Dark Moon Rocks radio. And I will have a list of things I'm going to talk about and a whole bunch of subjects, and hopefully I can intermingle it with music. That would be the ideal. And I want to do a couple of hours of that every morning. That's my goal for next week. I did have it going, wanting to do it this week, but technology has been a little bit of a pig. I've also had a whole bunch of updates on my iPad, which I lost the address. And do you know what? It's just such, technology is overwhelming. Once they get it all integrated and sort of sorted, I might be a little bit happier because I've got to work on so many different levels. It's wonderful fun. Don't think that I'm sort of having a whine here. I'm thoroughly enjoying the process. I'm learning lots of new skills. I'm getting up and running, and I will have this sort of very consistently flowing. That is my goal, because I've been doing astrology. Okay, so a lot of the astrology that I've been doing, I've been looking at basically between two eclipses. If you follow me on Substack, Kate Sylvanus' Substack, my blog there, I did a blog last night on betwixt and between two eclipses. So we've gone from a lunar eclipse, blood moon lunar eclipse on the 7th, and we will be hitting a solar eclipse on the 22nd. So in between things, I looked up the astrology, and it was like the washing machine. So everything goes into the washing machine. So your whole life goes into the washing machine, and it's tumbled around. And what the cream rises to the top. Sort of whatever the chaos, what rises out of the chaos is true and authentic and real. But between this, we're going through hang on a minute, the cat's after it. No, I'm on a boat, I'm on the canal, I have cat and dog with me here, so there will be, the cat was trying to get onto the surfaces, the dog's gone and not stopped him. But I have chickens on the surfaces and the cat knows of it. So if I have to sort of stop and get up, you see, this is where music being played and sort of intervals would help. Okay, what are they doing now? I hope they haven't got the chicken. Together they probably would. Oh well, it's for them anyway. It's not a major crash. But yes, he's not meant to go on the surfaces. Neither of them meant to steal chickens. I'll give it to them freely. But there we go. What was I talking about? Ah, yes, betwixt and between two eclipses, and it's like a washing machine effect. So, in my blog last night, I put together something which I figured was amusing. I like to try and amuse. It's the best way of teaching. It's the best way of explaining this, because a lot of the astrology stuff is way too heavy. It's like, what do they mean by that? How can they string sentences together and I haven't a flipping clue what they mean. So I've had to take it apart and, yes, work at finding a simpler method. And I find that sort of making it humorous and jokey and stuff and messing around, that, yeah, you come away with a basic understanding of what's going on. Now, I've heard the pros and cons about astrology. Is it real? Is it not real? My personal belief is that at one stage it was very real, and it had a lot of relevance to the way humans lived their world, that lived their lives. And then a lot of knowledge was lost, hidden, whatever, and then it became frivolous and it didn't have much to it. Then we started applying modern ideas to it, and it lost most meaning whatsoever. I don't believe it should be so mathematically orientated. However, that's where it comes from, all the numbers. And yeah, you can divine insight with pretty much anything. Bumps on the head, entrails, tea leaves, those are all the traditional ones. I read tarot and crystal ball. I don't actually need the tarot, probably don't even need the crystal ball. Now I would like to sit on my computer. That's not happening, mate. Don't even think about it. You can sit on me That would be nice. Nope, he's eyeing the window. He'll probably be out the window in a bit. But I read tarot and crystal ball now. I have read tarot for many years, and I can read any deck, really. It's something to focus on. And then when I was introduced to the crystal ball, it was like, this is the missing link, because I don't actually need the crystal ball, but you can find that place where you go to receive the information and find it anywhere. You focus. It's kind of like a self-hypnosis deal. And that's what I do. And it's fun. And it's not something I have to worry about. So if somebody sits down for a reading, I'm actually fine with the whole procedure. I don't get anxious, like, oh my God, I got to get it right. I do my readings honestly, authentically. I spiel out a whole bunch of information. And I tell people, right, when I do this, when I ask, where would you like me to focus? Because people are huge. People's facets and complexities and different areas, it's like I don't quite know what they want me to look at specifically. So I will just spiel out the general gist that this is the generalization. Now what do you want me to specify? And with astrology, it kind of, for the practitioner, for the reader, requires the same sort of deal. So you're just focusing on what means what where, and then you spiel out the general gist. So it's I would say it used to be sort of like, 50% knowledge of the cards and 50% of your own intuition. It's a sliding scale, but 50% of astrology and 50% of your intuition on what that house means what where. So reading astrology, reading any of these things would be the same sort of thing. Now it gets to a place where I don't need the cards, I don't need anything to read, but I can't read for myself. All right, anyone who tells you they can, I doubt it, because reading for yourself requires a distance. You need to be distant from the outcome, so you mustn't care about it. When I read for a stranger, it's a lot easier than when I read for a friend, because I care about the friend, I don't really care about the stranger. Once I look into the stranger and see what they've gone through most of their life, yes, I end up caring. But the emotion mustn't get in the way. That's a certain amount of professionalism. I think you can get that from many different sources in every area of professionalism, where you just sort of cut yourself off from your own emotions. Whereas, yes, when you read for someone, you are immersed in their emotions. Well, I am anyway. I got a book coming out. Of course I've got a book coming out. Everybody's got a book coming out. I've done books like for 10, 20 years nearly. And it makes it so much easier with all this technology to edit these things now. Because I couldn't find an editor. I couldn't find someone to go through my work. And you just put it into the AI thingies. And I tell them specifically, it's my work, leave it alone, don't change any of it, just sort of show me where I could phrase better, where I can, it can be specifically my work, but with better grammar, with much better spelling, and a little bit more clarity in what I'm trying to explain. And yeah, I'm not sure of the boundaries of this. It is my work still, but I've used AI to correct it. Because nobody else, I haven't got £200-300 to pay for someone to edit my copy edit my work, and I've got loads of it, absolutely loads of it. So I figured, well, it's better that it's finished and out the way rather than put into sort of another hard drive storage for 10-15 years. And my 3 books that I did have published, Amazon stole them, by the way. You can go on Amazon, you can find them there, but I don't earn a penny from them. Because apparently, they were up for about, 15 years, something like that. But apparently it breached community standards. And so because of that, they've took it away from me. But they won't take the books down. And they weren't selling that much. I didn't put it up to make money. I just was quite happy to be a self-published author. And to finish 3 projects, for me, was pretty good. I worked hard at finishing those projects. So, yes, I must admit, there was an awful lot of spelling errors and grammatically incorrect bits, and I wasn't happy with the whole thing, but I couldn't do any better, and I couldn't find anybody to edit them for free, so I ended up just putting it up there anyway. And so I figured now I need some, the AI thing is they can do this sort of thing instantly, all done. And then I go through it, measuring it with the original, and it's not far off. It's a lot better. It's like polish. They made it shine rather than sort of change anything. So this leads me round to the book that I've got coming out. It's Beyond the Shallow End. I'm fed up of paddling in the shadow end. I get told over and over again that if I want to make a living online, I have to meet people where they are, not where I am. And I find that very hard. I'm all the new neurodiversity, spicy stuff, and I focus on a lot of things at once, and it's not a problem. But apparently I should focus on one thing and push that forward. Yeah, taking business advice from a computer. Again, these AI thing is I think they're a worthwhile brainstorming, and they make you see things clearer. But I've been taking business advice, and I'm not sure it's how valid that is. Real world valid. I get that some of the self-reflecting and the brainstorming is good, and obviously the editing and the grammar and the spelling is good. Once I tell them to use English spelling and not something different. And the whole, I'm not sure. I've been taking business advice. I've been learning about funnels and all things. And it's very much manipulative. And I hate that. I hate it. I hate when somebody is doing a heavy sell. You know, when those funnel pages that just goes down and down and down forever, and you're just thinking, well, friggin' well, tell me how much it is. Just tell me how much it costs, because that's the bottom line here. And finally, you get to a page where it says, here we go, enter your credit card details and spend £144. And you think, fuck off. Just go away. All those pages, just tell me how much it costs, tell me what it is, tell me if I need it. Those sort of things sell to me. I have bought stuff, not for that amount of money, because I ain't got that amount of money. But I have bought stuff from other creators just to see what it's like and to see what they do and to sort of compare. But I will not buy stuff from a funnel page. But if people are buying from funnel pages, maybe I ought to have funnel pages. That was the argument there. And my argument is, well, it wouldn't work for me, but it works for other people. And you want to earn money from other people. But I don't just want to earn money. I want to give value. This is a fundamental problem, and I'm not sure how to get through it. So what I was doing was using astrology this morning. And the astrology was very, very interesting because I actually understand the astrology bits. Years ago I did astrology, and I understand the houses and I understand what it's saying. So the astrology birth chart, ChatGPT. So it's the astrology. It's one of the agents, and it's specifically based on astrology. So it's giving me a language that I understand. I don't like how they always, can I give you a ritual? You can light a candle and get through your blockages. Yeah, right. You're sounding like a new ager there, ChatGPT. Oh, well. But there's some of the things that it comes up with, pure reflection, and it's good stuff. And I'm like, well, why aren't I selling my products online? That was my question. Using my astrology chart, why aren't I selling my astrology? And it's basically unblocking. And I also told it, don't tell me not to focus on lots of things. I enjoy focusing. I'm quite good at that. And it was saying, breaking the block, why your offers haven't sold. Scorpio second house, money value. I create deep transformational contract. But Scorpio energy attracts a niche audience. Okay, I understand that. Not everybody's going to be interested in my shit. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't know how to sort of get myself involved with a large audience. Just few would be fine. It takes time for your soul clients to find you. Yeah, that's keyword and waffle. Neptune in the second, that's the money illusion. Neptune makes offers foggy if they're not crystal clear. People need clarity. Like, what's this? What is this? Who's it for? What problem does it solve? Well, I've tried to address that. I've put out quite a few different coaching packages on how to do that. But obviously I'm not there yet. Okay, I accept that. Aquarius node north. Now listen to this language. If you don't know anything about law, and they spiel you with a whole bunch of legal terminology, you get befuddled. This is the same thing. It's the language. The language is almost designed to put you off, but it is trying to use authentic astrology language. I am never unaware of ChatGPT and Claude AI and Gemini and a few others, Grok. They are designed to be language models, so they play around with language first and foremost. Keywords, NLP, hypnotherapy, all of this talks about language, how to use language to draw people in, keep them entertained. Their information is not necessarily correct. But my destiny isn't to sell things to strangers. It's to build small, safe circle of like-minded souls where people trust you before they buy. Right now, the missing piece is community. So if there was anyone out there who was actually listening, now I'm not sure there is, to be honest, not at this time. That's fine. It's giving me practice. And if there is anybody listening, that would be awesome. But the idea is for me now to build a community here, right? I want you to help me build a community. I've got Substack. I enjoy that. I've got if you want to find more out about this radio station, you can go to Facebook page, Dark Moon Rocks Radio. Community. Okay. So I've been concentrating on products because I find those, I think, easier. And if it's telling me that my destiny isn't sell things to strangers, then I've got a problem. But I did work that out that I have a problem anyway. Building friends. Again, language model. Show up consistently. Yes, you could tell me off. I'm meant to be doing 9 o'clock every time. 9 o'clock in the morning, every morning, from Monday to Friday, on this radio station. And this week, my attendance has been abysmal. I am a very bad person. You can spank me later. But in my defense, we are between two eclipses, and I am sort of going through the whole washing machine experience. I am going through a lot of chaos, and I'm not the only one. The energy of the collective unconsciousness it's like somebody's sort of shaken the jar that we all live in. There's the ant's nest in the jar, and we're all the ants. We're the ants running around in this jar, and someone's picked it up and shooken it up, and it's not been fun. I don't like the dark. It's like division lines that have been set, and I'm choosing a side, and I will choose. I have chosen a side. I know my side, but it doesn't matter to you because you need to choose your side. These people that sit on the fence, you're not going to have much of a choice for much longer. While you have a choice, take it. Because, but that's a whole different ballgame. But that's what everyone is going through. So this is keep a money altar. Yeah, all of that stuff. You try keeping a money altar, any kind of altar, on a boat that's got dog hair everywhere. If it's not got dog hair, it's got slugs and cat hair, and my hair goes everywhere. So, altars you grow out of. But I will teach you how to do one if you want. I can show you how to do all of those properly. And then you learn to build them in your mind. Because a mind altar is a lot stronger place. So, gathering a circle. I quite like the idea. See, a long time ago I learnt that I gain wisdom when I hit a block. Blocks are actually quite good for life. Because once you've overcome them, you actually grow an awful lot. And so this is wisdom through adversity in its purest form. I like that. That's kind of... So, all right. I am constantly building new projects. Of course I am. But, hey, that's new shiny things. I get it. They're telling me that, yes, I've got to focus on something. But when I focus on something and it doesn't get shiny, then what? Am I meant to continue focus on something that doesn't work? Yeah. Astrology charts are entertaining. Astrology charts by a language model is even more entertaining. So that's what I've been doing. So the issue, you're scattering energy, yada, yada, yada. I need to scatter energy. I need to be creative. And if I'm not creative, everything stagnates. One could say I'm playing, but there is a deadly need for income in this world. I live in a very unstable economic climate. I live in England, and yes, this is one of the most unstable eras I've ever lived in. Without money, nothing gets done. And that's a scary thing. I don't think money is the root of all evil, but it is definitely a token of control. Absolutely. People die for lack of food because they had no money. That's like, well, then it's a huge control thing. And yes, issues around money have to be there without any hesitation. I have issues around money, but I have never met anyone who doesn't. Everybody I've read tarot reading for or anything like that have got issues through money. So, we've been chatting now for a couple minutes, 23 minutes. I think I'm still live. I'm assuming I'm still live. Let's double check. I enjoy this. There we go. I've probably switched off. Now it still seems to be live. Let's still leave it on for a bit. So if anybody wants to contact me, please go through to Facebook on the Dark Moon Rocks radio station page. You can private message me from there. No dick pics, please. Any dick pics, I'll stick pins in them. I'll print out the picture and I will stick pins in it. I'll wrap it up in a bottle. I will put all kinds of nasty things into that bottle. And then I will throw it into the river and you will be cursed forever. So no dick pics, okay? But if there's no dick pics, I will chat to you. Also, trying to sell me something is ridiculous. Don't bother, because I haven't got any money. I seriously haven't got any money. So, yes, if it's free, I might be interested. But there we go. If you would like to give me sponsorship, I'm quite happy to do that. I got a podcast. I can be sponsored on there too. If you'd like me to advertise, it depends on your product. But absolutely, I'm all open for that. I'm going to say right out that Pixabay, that's all my license-free, creative-free music. And there's some damn good artists there. They play all the music that I have going round and round on this. And it's all free. So I will mention them every time I can. I think you're bloody awesome. I love the whole thing of giving artists and musicians a platform to put free stuff on there. I think that's awesome. I'm not a musician. I'd be stuck if I was trying to do this. I'd need to just do lots of talking because I couldn't do any musics. Because I can't afford a music license. It's a ridiculous amount of money. So, okay, coming up for the 5 minutes. I've got a couple of minutes to round up. I've got to learn how to do this. I've got to learn how to just bundle up my energy and put it out in small bits. The eclipse corridor. So, there we go. Eclipse corridor, a cosmic tale of being betwixt and between. That is my latest Substack post. Substack is the Dark Moon Mysteries on the katesylvanus.substack.com. Please look me up. That's growing. That's one of the few things that I actually have growing. I've got a lot to learn still. So this is basically the Dark Moon Radio, Dark Moon Rocks. Darkmoon.rocks is the website. Beautiful website. It's a Kate website, okay? I like colour. I like energy. There is a lot of colour and a lot of energy. If you want a beige, boring, get your service here sort of website, go elsewhere. Because my website is happy, colourful, and it might take a few minutes to load because basically I've got a lot of pictures in there, but I do enjoy doing my own website rather than a template. I use Canva. Canva's another amazing platform. You can also find me at buymeacoffee.com if you'd like to make a donation or even buy one of my stuff. That would be cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will try very hard to be back 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I will try. Can't promise, but I will try. Bye now.